What is going on, everybody? Man, I got my guy here, Big Herb, off the bench. And man, how you feeling today, Herb?
I'm doing good, man. I'm blessed to be on here today, man. How you doing today?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good, man. It's good having you, man. Thank you for coming on to the show. Obviously, man, we got some big news that came out yesterday, regarding Scary Terry. And I'm gonna hop right into it. I just want to know your feelings on it. So he was activated from the PUP list, physically unable to perform list. So now, Dan, they spoke to Dan Quinn at the press conference. He let everybody know that he's going to treat him like any other player coming off the PUP list. Even though we know that this isn't a real injury, they're going to try to ramp him up just to get him ready for week 1. Now, do you believe that this is something that this is a good, this is working towards a good direction for them to get a deal done, or do you think this is something completely different from a deal getting done? How you feel about it?
But they also telling them like, look, man, we got 3 weeks, so you get your butt up in here and hurry this thing up because we don't want the same thing happening. As much as we love Terry, we have to be honest with ourselves. Terry always starts off slow.
Right, he do.
Terry is always. Now we got a guy at QB behind center that actually is really good. He's a top 5 quarterback. Why not go ahead and make sure that they're on the same page?
Yeah.
So we also.
My bad, Big Herb. My bad. Sorry to cut you off. Your mic kind of going in and out. Just want to make sure everybody can hear you. But yeah, your mic going in and out. Yeah. Nah, it kind of sounds like you underwater a little bit. I think it's coming from the. It sounds like it might be coming from the computer audio.
Sorry about that.
Oh, yeah.
It sound better?
Yes, sir. There we go.
Yeah, there we go. All right, but we got a top 5 quarterback, and we need to make sure that he has all the weapons that he needs to make sure that we could be on this championship run that we really feel like we have a chance of getting that. And with that being said, I mean, we really need to go ahead and get him starting to getting it done. And I mean, if the reports are saying what they're saying, where it might be around 30 mil, I've been saying originally 31, maybe 32 is the cutoff for me. But the more and more I get educated on like what's the terms of his contract maybe, and I'm looking at it from the standpoint of this, like his age and everything. Terry is 30 million is a good place. I mean, you could have the base salary at 28. Give them some incentives to where I'm not even gonna act like I know how contracts go, but I mean make it so reachable that you can go ahead and just give them 30 million. Like, hey, you get 30 catches, that's a mil. You get 5 touchdowns, that's another mil. So that way you're getting your 30 million. So I mean, and there's a way to pimp the system, and I mean I think there's really they should be able to go ahead and pull that off. But as far to answer your question, I feel, for the most part, everything's going to work out. There's no way in hell that Adam Peters is going to be the GM that he is and not allow him to go ahead and get the players that he needs. I mean, it's a sabotage of you're sabotaging your whole entire your whole team if you don't go ahead and re-sign him. So, I mean, yeah.
No, I was just going to hop in like, and that's the most frustrating part, I think, as fans. It's because Terry wants to be here. He wants to retire. Adam Peters wants Terry here. Like, our offense drastically changed without Terry in the lineup, right?
Oh yeah.
So that's been the most frustrating part, is that we got into this point where we just couldn't get this done as quickly as possible. So I feel like that's the most frustrating part. And to speak on when you was talking about the numbers 31, 32. that's what I feel like most fans were coming into this situation. Like at the beginning of the summer, we was like, okay, he's going to get somewhere on that 33, 34 range because DK Metcalf got this. But as we got educated, because we're not agents, we're not in these numbers. So, but as we got educated, we started to realize, oh, okay, because of his age, because that really wasn't the right comp, and that was a bad deal, yada yada yada. So I mean, I definitely agree with you. It is kind of strange though, because I don't think, me personally, I might be an outlier. I don't think this has anything to do with the contract, unfortunately. Me looking at it, I think this is the team taking him off of the Publix. And I want it to be the opposite. I want it to be like, okay, hopefully it seemed like they come to an agreement. And that's what I want. I want the deal to get done. But it feels like AP just said, you know what, we 2 weeks away from the start of the season, 2 or 3 weeks away from the start of the season. We're just going to take him off of the pup. I don't know if Terry agreed to that or they had a discussion before Terry, but it just feels like that it's kind of separate from the contract talks, like how Dan Quinn said in the press conference.
I mean, that's not far-fetched. I mean, the one thing that everybody has been coming out there saying as far as with Adam Peters, and you can just look at his track record. Number one, he's not a pushover. We don't have Daniel Snyder in here coming down from up in the yacht, off the yacht, and saying like, hey, give him whatever he wants. No, that's not how a competent organization runs. One thing I've preached on my channel many a times, make sure you're doing your football smart. Smart football takes and smart football moves is the number one thing that I always preach on my channel. And we had and the one thing that as fans that we need to stop doing is getting mad at somebody who we've been asking for as a competent person in the front office. We don't have that. We don't have that. I'm trying not to cuss on this.
No, you good. You can say exactly how you
I'm
feel.
trying to have that bitch ass motherfucker not in the office no more. We ain't got Snyder in here no more. Nope. So we need to go ahead and have a competent front office employee to go ahead and take care of this. We can't get mad at the person that we've been asking for to do their job, and then we finally get it, and we like, oh no, this is Terry. No, look here, Terry works for the company. And I'm not trying to be a company guy. I'm just being real because here's the thing. Right. You still got Laramie Tunzel in about a year that you got to worry about. You still got, what's the name, JD in a couple years. Mike Sanders still, Louvu. You have all these players that you got to come over there and take care of. Yes, we want Terry. Terry, we are emotional with Terry because Terry's been our ride or die since 2019. He's been here throughout the fire. He's been through all the ups and the downs. He was here since the Redskins. And I mean, and that feels weird saying now, seeing that we're 3 years now into Commanders. So he's been here throughout the whole entire time. The one thing that we want him to go ahead and sign, but we have to look at it from the standpoint of this: we got a soon to be $700 million quarterback that we're gonna have to pay for in a couple years. We got to go ahead and make sure that this stuff is taken care of. And last thing too, I mean, you have to look at it from the standpoint of like, hey, Terry, look here. The only issue that why you're not signed right now is because your parents had you 3 years early instead of having you 3 years late. And because if he was 27, we wouldn't be having this conversation at all. And his thing, I mean, it's unfortunate, but dude, this is the situation you were put in. You were drafted at 24. You only played 2 years in college, and then on top of that, when you got on the field, you produced. But I mean, you didn't really start producing till you got to the pros. So you got to look at these like, the good news is Terry doesn't have a lot of thread on that's out now. He's good, but also you got to look at it like this: the track record of all football players. Because unless we see like he can play until he's on some Jerry Rice shit that you can play until you're 40, we haven't seen that in a long time. I mean, because they treat wide receivers like back in the day with what's the name with running backs now. Because I mean, as far as when
you hit that 30, when you hit that 30-year-old,
you the fall off is real. And here's the thing, and we're not saying that he's gonna fall off. We're saying like, hey man, I got to look at the track record. Unless you are just God's gift, that can come over there and just stay consistent until you're in your late 30s, dude, I gotta pay you the way that it's being paid.
Right.
And there's no shit. And I'm sorry, last name. It's business, never personal. Like Nino Brown says, we understand, Terry. You're looking at it you got to look at it from the standpoint. You want, and I've said this on my channel too. You want legacy, or do you want the money? Either or, it's not a bad look as far as me is concerned. I look at it as like, motherfucker, you got paid, get paid. But also, I'm looking at this like, hey, this is your legacy. Do you want to go ahead? Because we know how Terry is. Terry is a great guy. He's off the field. He's amazing. On the field, he's very productive. But you're also looking at it from the standpoint of this. Do you want to go ahead and get this championship, or do you want to get this money? Because here's the thing. You get this money, there's a good chance that those teams that's giving you the money, they ain't got no team. They ain't got a great team put together. Patriots, Arizona, what's the name? The best one that's available probably that wants to get you is the Steelers and what's the name? And the Chargers. And last time I checked, they ain't really that good when it gets to the playoff time. So
yeah,
which one you want?
and that's the big thing. And the overarching thing is Terry doesn't, like you said, he doesn't really have any leverage in this. They're not trading him. It makes no sense for them to trade him, especially at this point in the season and at his age. They're not going to get a good return on their investment to trade him, especially when we're trying to win now. All the things that we did in the offseason and we're trying to win now, you think we're going to trade you and hurt our offense and hurt our second year quarterback? Like, no, that's not happening. So if Terry really wants the bag, he has two options. He can either sign for what they're giving him, or bet on yourself, similar to how Jamar Chase did last season. Go out, have another career year like you had last season, and come back to the drawing board, come back to the negotiation table, and tell him, hey, this is what I did at 30 going on to. So if y'all really want to keep me, y'all want to keep this production, give me what I want. So that's what that's his option that he has. Now, I don't think he's going to play. I mean, it's definitely a possibility that he could play on his final year of his contract. But at his age, he really wants to get something done, and I understand that. So I think it's more leaning towards something will get done. But I just feel like until I see something like really has like something comes out where they really are really close. Yeah, I'm just kind of still nervous about this getting done, like getting a deal done, because I don't want him to have to play on his last year. I really don't, because
I don't either. I mean, and I mean, you look at it like this, like if he does, but here's the thing, I even question if he does have that great year. I mean, short of a triple crown, how much are you really going to get after 30? You're going to be 31.
That's
so
true.
I mean, let that because I mean, here's the thing. He's 29 now. By the time I think like the fourth or fifth game, he's going to be 30. So by September, midway through September of 2026, you're going to be 31.
31.
So who's going to pay a person, a wide receiver, that much money? Now it's different with offensive linemen. Offensive lineman like Laramie Tunzel, if I'm not mistaken, I think he's 30 on 31. He's going to be linemen can play until they're like late 37.
37, yeah.
I mean, and you're 30 at receiver. You're constantly taking that. Yeah, you're taking blows as an offensive lineman, but you're not taking the same blows that are going across the middle against a linebacker or a safety. So I mean, we don't know. That's the beauty of this sport that we play. You can go ahead and show off like Jamar Chase did last year. Then you could go ahead and be done the very next day. Like here's the thing, and I'm not knock on wood. Just making sure that what's the name? You can go ahead and sign this contract and get laid the fuck out, and then we sitting there like, oh shit, Terry's gone. What are we gonna do? So. Exactly. So I mean, it's at a point right now where I'm just like, look, get the deal done, try to find a happy medium. Nobody's gonna be happy about this. That's the one thing about negotiations. If you walk away feeling like you won, the other it's not a good deal, because both sides need to feel this like, look, I want this. We got to find a happy medium. So I mean, that's how great deals are done. Because I mean, because like you said, it's not like how we were back in the day, where you can go ahead and have Snyder come downstairs and sign that check and go bounce. We got other players that we got to pay for. Like I said, Tunzel's next, but here's also a track record that if people don't know, AP doesn't sign his players until like September.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, you look at 49ers, Bosa didn't get signed until September. Trent Williams didn't get signed until September. When he came here, Cosme didn't get signed until September. Terry's just the next one. So, I mean, and the only reason why it's getting done now, I think, is because you look at the whole entire situation, the very first week of September is the first week. So we need to start ramping this thing up, and then we go ahead and re-sign him and let him go on and do his thing. Because, I mean, for real, what other places are you going to be able to get that money and go ahead and win the Super Bowl?
No, not a lot of places. Not a lot of places at all. And I don't even blame Terry, because I understand his side of things. I understand the AP side of things. I feel like us as a fan base, we are pointing our blame at Buddy Baker and his agent, because it's his job to understand the situation. Like him showing up at training camp, I feel like he just didn't put him, like Terry, in the best situation, because he should know the team has all the leverage right now. Like he shouldn't be advising Terry to go this deep and this far into this situation like this, how it is. And it's just, I don't like pointing the finger, but if I had to point the finger at somebody, it would be Buddy Baker for my end. But moving on though, man.
No, you're not wrong over that, because I mean, I'm looking at it from the standpoint of this. Drew Rosenhaus definitely ain't never stayed at a practice.
No, I ain't never seen that before.
Clutch Sports ain't sitting there at practice.
No,
they're sitting there. His thing, because Buddy Baker is from Indy, from Terry's place. So I mean, you got a situation where it's just like, hey, Terry is the most lucrative partner that he had. What's the name? Employee that he client that he has.
Client, yep.
So I mean, you're gonna go ahead and ride this thing out, and try to make sure you get the best deal. But at the same time, Terry should have came. The only person I blame in this situation is Terry, because it's like, dude, you're up there now. You need better representation. But at the same time, if you don't know nothing, it is what it is. If I'm him, I'm calling what's the name? Miss Daniel. I need you sign me up with Clutch or whoever it is that you can go ahead, because I need to get better deal. Because his thing, you got a star at number 5. All these damn premium games is coming up. This what's the name? Primetime games is coming up. You don't think that anybody's looking at Terry? Looking what he does inside the what's the name, off the field. Look at what he does, his production on the field. Look here, man. I would have got an agent the second I got my next contract, and I need. Look here, I was 30. I need to go ahead and get a new partnership or something like that. Representation.
If he ain't realizing now, if he ain't realized it before, he definitely realizing now. And just to move on though, Cliff Kingsbury, he kind of mentioned something in the I'm gonna read the quote that he had in the press conference, because I want to know, do you think this has something to do with them taking him off the pup list? So Cliff Kingsbury came to the press conference. He said, this is in terms of what it's not directly at Terry. It's just talking about when they're the team as a whole, in the offense as a whole. He says, I think that's a work in progress. There's no doubt. I don't think until we get some of these other pieces back, we're going to know exactly what we are. When you don't have your projected top 2 outside receivers or both of your projected inside pieces at guard, it's not going to give you really a chance to gel or really build that relationship until you get everybody else on the grass. And then, the next day, they take him off the pup list. And so that kind of, like I said, that goes back to, I don't really know if that necessarily has something to do with the deal getting done, but that to me tells me, okay, Cliff Kingsbury is saying to the public, hey, our offense is not at full strength. We need to get our guys back out there. That told me that Adam Peters was like, look, we taking him off the pup list, whether he like it or not. we're gonna pull his card, so we're gonna see if he's gonna come out there and play. Hopefully that does get him out there to play, because I just want to see Terry out there ready to play, so he's ready to go week 1 and he don't get injured.
Cliff out here like get your ass out here and start working. We gotta get back to work. But no, like and the beauty of Adam Peters as your GM, we don't know nothing. We don't know. We speculate. All of these reports are speculation. Facts. And that's the beauty of having a GM who is competent. We don't have, like, if this was the old the old front office, all this stuff would have been out there on Front Street. Mm-hmm. We would have had, Terry would have looked at like the bad guy. The front office looks incompetent. Look, nobody knows anything. All of this is speculation. Mm-hmm. That's the beauty of having a competent organization. This is what I've been asking for years. Yes, I'm sitting here nervous, twiddling my thumbs and everything like that. But also at the same time, this is what proper championship organizations do. I mean, you look at AP has been with the Patriots when they won with Tom Brady. AP has been with Denver when they won with Peyton Manning. AP has been to numerous championships with the 49ers. He knows what he's doing. Mm-hmm. And we finally have somebody who, and this is not a AP Glaze Fest. This is just, hey, my team's winning. Yeah, I'm a little nervous because I'm not used to this. Mm-hmm. 40 in October. I didn't start watching this team until 97. I don't know I don't even know what color underwear I wore yesterday, let alone be 6 years old seeing the Super Bowl when we won in 91. I don't remember any of that shit. I want to see something winning. I want to know what winning feels like. And it's we finally got that. So with AP, I'm riding it down with him. I'm like, dude, because his thing, I love Terry. Terry could be gone next year, and I'm still going to be rooting for this team. I'll be rooting for Terry unless he goes to a division team. But if Terry ain't here next year, Terry has been real, bro.
Yeah, and I feel like that's kind of been...
we put you in the Ring of Fame.
Exactly. And we got to, like, Terry, I feel like is in real time realizing that, because he's been like our prized possession player-wise for so long. He's realizing that he's not that anymore. He's second to Jaden now. Jaden is the person that we got to worry about, and that's at the forefront of AP's mind. Knowing that we got to pay him, we got to look at everybody else's contract like, hey, we got to hit this negotiating table so we can meet the right numbers that we need to meet. So it is what it is. Will Terry play this season? He definitely is going to be.
Oh, he's playing this. He's playing. If he ain't got a choice. Because his thing is like, hey, if you want to get paid, okay, you have to play. But his thing, if you want to pull off, what's the man's name that used to play for the Steelers, where he took a year off, he's still gonna have to play. What'd you say?
Hassan Reddick? You talking about Hassan Reddick?
No, not Reddick. The running back used to play for the Steelers. But
I can't think of him right now.
You still gonna have to play. That contract says if you don't play, you're gonna have to transfer this year into next year. Mm-hmm. So I mean, you ain't got a choice. So it's like, hey, dude, if you really want to go ahead and get your pay, here's the thing: you go ahead and sign here. In the long run, you'll get paid. You ain't gonna be able to have to buy a damn thing in the DMV as long as you're here. And we already love you. Do you want the bag or do you want the legacy? And Terry gives off legacy vibes. So
yeah, it'll definitely get done. So moving on, I wanted to talk to you about what Ben Standig said. I don't know if you've seen what Ben Standig said about Brian Robinson Jr. You probably did.
I
but I'm gonna read off the quote for everybody watching. This is what he said. Ben Standig is a Commanders insider. He has his own show called Last Man Standing, and he had this to say about Brian Robinson Jr. I'm going to guess Brian Robinson is not on the Week 1 roster. I have no insight into that. But if Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt is on a team, I just don't know how you're sitting him. And to me, this is how I feel. I call cap on that, obviously, because it's once we had the draft and we went through all these, the offseason stuff, and he's still on the team, they're going to, like, he's going to be on the team. It's no reason. So what you're telling me is they want Bill to come in. He takes the first team rep. They want him to do what Brian Robinson Jr. is his rookie season, where he's the first and second down running back, taking all the bruises, all the bumps. Like, no. They're going to give Brian. First of all, Brian Robinson usually starts the year off pretty solid. It's halfway through the season where he starts to get banged up and he kind of fall off a cliff. And that's where I want to see Bill take over. That's why, and I think they kind of have the same thing. But again, this is just Ben Standig speculation because he just said that he doesn't have any insight into it. How do you feel about it? Do you think Brian Robinson Jr. could be off the week 1 roster come in week 1?
Like you just said, it's speculation. We could only, I mean, like, that's the beauty of having a competent organization where you don't know shit from the outside. And I'm gonna keep preaching that as long as I live, because the one thing about it, we all know Brian Robinson, B-Rob ain't going nowhere. Yeah. Brian Robinson is going to be part of this team. First things first, as much as we have this glaze fest over Bill, we don't know how he's going to go ahead and produce. Last time I checked, yeah, he got a lot of thread on the tire because he didn't play last year. But we don't know. He wasn't like coming out of college. He wasn't like this top-ranked running back. We only know that, hey, he had a great he had a pretty good year at New Mexico. Went to Arizona and wasn't able to play but one game. So I mean, we don't
good
know.
In that one game though.
He looked good in that one game, but
real good.
One game, and then you show it out during the what's the name, the post game,
East West Shrine Bowl.
You had a great game, but we don't know what that's 2 games last year. We don't know how you're going to fit out throughout the whole entire season. And plus, why would we get rid of a back that we had? We know that's going to be official the first couple of weeks of the year.
Exactly.
So, I mean, here's the thing. You want to have a situation going on like how Detroit has it with their running backs. With Gibbs and I forget the other guy's name. But kind of like their Sonic and Knuckles up there in Detroit.
David Montgomery.
You want to go ahead and have if B-Rob could be the hammer and what's the name, and Bill will be the scat back or whatever, that's great. If anybody I think that should be worried about this is Austin Eckler, because he's going to be the one that's taking away those type of runs, because you want B-Rob, yes, to go ahead and be able to run first or second down if you need him, but also if you know that he's going to start breaking down by midseason, hey, just offset it. Have a back by committee situation going on. This way, Ryan Robinson is not crashing out by week 6. He's on the he's on the bench because he's hurt. If we could actually go ahead and get him to a point to where it's like, hey, get through the year, make sure that you're able to be playing by week 8. And this way, you're probably not going to have as much carries, because we've seen your track record. Your track record says by week 8, you're usually knocked out. And the only reason why the first couple weeks in your rookie year is because, unfortunately, you were shot. You were able to finish off the year really great because you didn't start the first couple weeks of the year. So, I mean, now we know what the situation is as far as like, hey, throughout mid-season, you're the workhorse. You ain't got to be the workhorse no more in the NFL. It's like, hey, if you're playing the running back position, hey, we need to make sure that you can last as long as you can on the contract that you got. And unfortunately, because this is his his contract year, you're gonna have to ball out as much as you can. And if you ball out as much as you can by being in a back by committee situation, get your money. But stay healthy. That's the one thing. That's the one knock on him. This guy can't even get 800 yards. I mean, but we want you to be able to go ahead and be productive. So be productive by going out there and working. This is the way I see it.
Yeah, that's why I said when Ben had said this, it was just like where is this? I know you already said this isn't coming from no real source, but like, what in your mind thinks they would do this from now to week 1?
If I'm not mistaken,
no
he just got that podcast. So I need to go ahead and say
exactly.
something.
Okay, I didn't know that, so that makes sense.
And that's I do not like that whole entire how people handle that situation, because I want to be looked at as somebody who actually is credible. I don't want to just come over there and just do hot takes all day. Every once in a while, it's okay to drop a hot take or whatever, but not make an asinine one. Like, come on, they're not getting rid of him.
No,
especially in the we going how organizations do. They milk you until the last drop. Pause. But they go ahead and make sure that you that they can get as much work out of you as possible. So I mean, you have to go ahead and make sure that this situation that it's not good business if you let a person go when you know he's in the last year. And here's the thing: if I let him go, you really think I'm just gonna let him go? I need some draft picks or draft capital or something like that.
Right. I mean, and it'll be different if we had a back that's similar to what Brian Robinson does. All our backs are very different. They do exactly what they were brought in here to do, and they're not like similar at all. So if we already had a bruiser back that's doing similar production as Brian Robinson, I can see him being dropped. But no one else. You don't want any of our other backs taking the brute hits and being the bruiser, especially Bill. When we just got him this season, you want to throw him out there to the Wolves and we don't even know what he really looks like yet. You know what I'm saying? So that just didn't make any sense. That didn't make any sense at all. But I do want to ask you though, moving on to getting into this game on tomorrow, because tomorrow we play the Bengals, second preseason of the game of the year. We're gonna get a lot of our starters out there. This is why we really need Terry, because our wide receiver room has been very, very lackluster. It's been super duper ass. Out of our wide receivers right now, because we already know the top 4. We keeping Terry, we keeping Debo, we got Noah Brown, we got McCaffrey, and we got Jalen. Those are 5. Those are top 5. In that 6th spot, what wide receiver right now do you think has separated himself, if any have at all? Because I'm under the impression like shit, if none of them separated, just keep 5. But what wide receiver would you put at 6 right now?
Ja'Cory Brooks, and it's because the game that he had, albeit we got our asses whooped against the Patriots, him and Tay were the only bright spots at receiver. Now, granted, we didn't have the best QB situation going into that game, but out of
2 of them things.
Oh my! I'm still trying to figure out. I want to know what Chris Moore has on the
league,
because how is he still here?
How is he still in the NFL? Like, he's been a career like
you're 32.
I don't get it.
Terry's fighting for his contract right now, and you're 32, not dropping football. And I mean, it wasn't just like, hey, the person came behind me and swatted the ball out. That thing was in his hands, and he dropped it.
Yes.
And then the second one, we was like, oh, did he catch it? Nah. Get out of here, bro. I mean, by NFL standards, you are old as dirt right now. So just, my man, just bow out gracefully. Somebody out there, I don't know what's going on with that situation, because Chris Moore should have been gone. As far as the wide receiver, again, asking you a question, I think Ja'Cory Brooks has been the most productive number 6 on this team, if you're asking me, because if anything, I'm more so concerned about how they're going to show out Jalen Lane, because I want to see that production that we saw in practice go on the actual field, because we didn't see anything from him in the first game. And you think Jaden is not going to use all the weapons that he has that's there? Yeah. Let him go. Let the rookie go out there and show off. I mean, and his thing, it's not like the Bengals really have a great defense. That defense they're still fighting for that damn top defensive player right now. And that motherfucker plays lineman. He's a defensive lineman. He's not a corner. He's not a safety. He's not a linebacker. That defense is ass, doo-doo, boo-boo butter. Whatever adjective you want to use for this defense, use it because it's horrendous.
Yeah,
but my thing is this: as long as we can show some production, and walk out not hurt, I'm fine by it. But to answer your question, Ja'Cory Brooks is my pick.
Got you. Let me ask you this though. So, what player are you most excited to see tomorrow? I'm gonna go first, and then you could tell me, because I think mostly because it's a hard question because we got so many people that's not playing. So it's like I want to see them play, but it's like also if they're going to be behind this offensive line, or if we're going to be throwing to these wide receivers, like it's not as good. But I want to see Trey Amos. I want to see Trey Amos get that work against Jamar Chase and the other wide receiver one, because he's not a wide receiver two for real. He's a wide receiver one. I want to see how he looked against them. So that's my number one player. Who you looking at tomorrow to see how they?
I'm looking at the whole secondary because I'm going to be completely honest. First I was thinking Mikey, and then I was like, no, Famous Amos is out there. And then we got what's his name, Southeast Sean out there too. Mm-hmm. So I mean, I want to see how this secondary is going to go up against this arguably the best wide receiver duo in the league. This is the standard that you want to go ahead. If you want Amos to go ahead and see how he really is, you know what? Why not give him baptism by fire by making him go up against the Triple Crown winner last year? And I mean, it's either going to sink or swim.
Right.
I mean, and his thing, you went up against what's his name, Holland last week. Last time I checked, that man, that tree hugging motherfucker ain't Jamar Chase. I mean, Jamar Chase is something special, and I think as far as this is concerned, this is going to be a great test. And I mean, you either gonna go out there like how Mikey did last year, his first time against Jamar. Yeah, he got baptized, but at the same time, you showed out late down the stretch. So I mean, let's see what you can do.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one. If anything, any person who I'm waiting to see tomorrow is definitely the secondary, because I want to see how is Marshawn Lattimore hammy back to where it is. Is he back in the same play that he felt like he was when he was in NOLA? My Michigan guy, Sanders still. How are you going to produce in year 2? Because you showed us that you can play. They came over there and said that he was the pound-for-pound best corner coming out the draft last year. What are you going to do this year? I mean, are you going to expound upon what you did last year? Or are you just going to you're going to just go by float? What's going to happen? I'm really interested in this. I'm happy to see that if we could go ahead and just, I ain't saying we got to shut him down. Mm-hmm. If we can go ahead and just, hey, hold him to like a catch for like 10 yards, I'm fine. Yeah. Because with that great quarterback you got back there in number 9, he's going to try to expose you. And you know
we're going to run some man. You know it's going to be some man action over there one-on-one. And I can't wait to see that.
Burrow is surgical. And if you don't think that he's going to test that kid out there, you got another thing coming. Because Jamar going to look at him like, it's just like, hey, I need to go ahead. We gonna get this work out here. So, I mean, my thing is this. If I'm Amos, I'm looking at him like, I ain't no bitch. Come on over here. Look, what's up?
Yeah, so, and that's how he played, too. He played calm. He's a very – and that's a breath of fresh air, though, because that's what you need at the cornerback position. It's one of the hardest ones.
We had a cornerback, what's his name, a secondary this good. And, I mean, this is bold because, I mean, there was some other corners out there that we had that was really good. Duos. We had a great one like this since Green, Bailey, and Sanders. Mm-hmm. And, I mean, and this could potentially be that good. Mm-hmm. But, I mean, you still had Smoot and you had Springs. That was a great duo.
Even Rashad Breeland was cool too for a little bit, but
he
not
had
like
that
this.
1 or 2 year run. And I mean, but at the same time, I'm looking at it from the standpoint of this. Like, dude, if this could really be something special, the way that it looks like it could be something special. And his thing, we were famine by that shit last year. And I mean, to the point to where Saint Flag, I call him Saint Flag. Saint Flag is getting roasted out in LA right now. And I mean, and Emmanuel Forbes really don't need to be saying anything else too, because we seen you at Rose Bar right after you were crying. That boy AJ Brown made him cry on the sidelines. He took your manhood. If anything, dude, you better go.
Our cornerback room was just atrocious. What they had to work with last season was just atrocious. Michael Davis, and having to put out Michael Davis and Benjamin St. Boudijus at the same time. That's the craziest thing, man.
The Chargers came over there and said, St. Juice
is Michael Davis. And we had both of them.
You realize we had both of them last year. We know.
Oh my gosh, bro. Oh my goodness. Yeah, man. That shit crazy. I need to see Luke McCaffrey. We don't have Noah Brown out there. We don't have Terry. All we got is Debo. We have Debo and Jaden Lane and Luke McCaffrey.
We have Debo and friends. Okay.
And friends. Luke, Debo, you have to make some plays.
And the Pips. We have Debo and the Pips. That's what we got right there.
He got to make some plays, right? Like, am I asking him for too much for him? If he doesn't have like 3 catches for some yards or 2 catches, at least one big play, like, is that asking for too much? Knowing who we have at wide receiver right now, and knowing that he's going to be out there with Jaden. Like,
I'm at a wait and see with Luke McCaffrey because I trust his genetics. Because I mean, your dad was a 2-time Super Bowl caliber receiver, and we seen what he did, what Ed McCaffrey did, and then we see what your brother did when he's healthy. So something's got to rub off somewhere. So I mean, really getting. Think that we getting, because it still is preseason and it's the second year. Yeah. So I don't want to shit on him or anything like that, but I also want to look at it from the standpoint of this. Like, hey, we need to see some production. We saw that you continuously got open last year, but what are you going to do with that? Now, last week he was hurt. I mean, he was sick. So, I mean, and you only got 1 pass thrown at you and it was already blew up before you even got the ball. I'm not going to hold that against you. But what I am going to say is this. We're going to have to look for somebody else if you don't show us something.
Against that defense.
We got until week 5 to show up. And another thing I want to add on to that, as far as people who I'm anxious to see, Ben Sinnott. I need to see what he's going to be like, because by week 5, week 6, and we had a blessing last year with Zach Ertz. You was able to get him playing for 20 games after he was hurt like in Arizona for years. And I mean, if we can go ahead and take that burden off of Zach Ertz, still be productive, but also like, hey, we got this kid in the wings coming up. Go ahead and bring him on, make sure that he's doing better and everything. Then we could go ahead and get that 2 tight end set that worked in New England when Gronk and that other guy was up there. So, I mean, if we can get that, plus get some decent receiving production out of them, I think this is going to be a great year. I mean, like I said this all last year. We are working with the base model of what Jaden Daniels had to do with last year. And I mean, and we've seen what he did with that. Can you imagine if he actually has better protection? Can you imagine if he actually has better weapons? He has saved our asses so many times. So for you to get production out of your tight end sets, your wide receiver, better wide receiver play, I mean, as far as McCaffrey goes, you got to show me something, because somebody else is. I truly believe that.
Yeah. And I feel like this is a perfect opportunity for him to show something. Top 2 wide receivers are down. The defense, you're not going up against Sauce Gardner. You're not going up against Pat Surtain the second. Like, you're going up against some. I don't even know the name. Somebody over there on the Bengals defense. So if there was a week, yeah, if you were to show something, this game would be something to show. And I might be putting too much on his shoulders. I got to give him time. I know this is just his second year. I know he's only been playing a position for like what, 3 years, 4 years.
But this is what you signed up for.
But
I'm sorry.
It ain't no easier than this in the regular season. It ain't gonna get no easier than this in the regular season. So, and it's hard because he was open last season. He was open so much, but Jaden just didn't. They didn't have that. They didn't have that connection.
But also, here's a better question that I don't think anybody's brought up. What if this defensive, the secondary is so legit that we're not hearing anything about him in practice because they are that good?
That could be a possibility.
And then you finally go up against some competition that's not as good as the secondary. Hey, what happens then? I can finally get open because I'm going up against these demons on defense during practice. So, I mean, that's something to look out for. Yes, you have to go ahead and put out the fact that, hey, he's only been playing wide receiver for 3 years. But, dude, that's what you signed up for. You decided to go ahead and play receiver and get to the NFL. So, I'm sorry, miss me with that. I don't want to hear that. You signed up for this, so you better get productive. You're a third-round pick. Now, screw what it may be as far as you being the last pick of the third round. You're a third-round pick. Yeah. You need to produce.
You need to produce. So there's 12 players. There's 12 starters that's not playing tomorrow. I'm going to go ahead and name them all for everybody listening. So Bobby Wagner's out. Von Miller's out. Zach Ertz is out. Larry Tunsil is out. Sam Cosmi is obviously out. Brandon Coleman. And I'm going to come back to Brandon Coleman. But Noah Brown, Terry McLaurin, Marcus Mariota, Jordan McGee is also out tomorrow. John Baptiste and Jonathan Jones. So, and that leads me into my question I got for you. So, with those players being out, these two players, Brandon Coleman and Jordan McGee, does it concern you that these two players are again injured in the preseason going into the regular season? Well, Jordan McGee, I don't know if he was injured. I can't remember if he was injured in the preseason last season, but he missed a significant amount of the year last season. So that concerns me. Does that concern you, and why does it concern you going into the season again?
Well, starting off, first off, all those guys aren't playing because they're 30 and over, and we need you for the regular season. But to answer your question, I'm looking at it from the standpoint of this the same way with Luke McCaffrey. You need to show me something because your best ability is availability. And if you ain't showing me that you could actually be productive or even just get on the field, you have Coach Witt who came out there and said we have packages for him to go ahead and make sure that everybody else could go ahead and flourish. If we get a good Jordan McGee, I'm not even saying great, just say decent Jordan McGee. And then you realize what that could open up for Louisville?
Yes.
As a pass rush, Louisville had 8 sacks. He did all those sacks up the middle. If he's coming off the edge, and you've been working with Von Miller and Kerrigan, open it up for everybody. So, dude, you're a false multiplier if you're good. I need you to stay healthy. Wrap his ass up in bubble wrap or whatever it is that you got to do. And this is what I honestly feel like. I think he may have got just a little hurt. He got hurt. Now, there's a difference between hurt and injured. I think he got hurt, and DQ was like, nope, I need to save you for the regular season. That's just my theory on it. But as far as what's his name, Coleman is concerned, dude, I seen what you were last year, but you kept getting hurt from here and there. I need to see some production from you as well. Because I think he's going to be a better guard than a tackle. But at the same time, dude, I need you to – this is the same situation last year. You got injured in the beginning, and you had a slow start. I need to see what you're going to be like down the stretch. I just need him to go ahead and at least – show me that you can play.
I just want to see him healthy
on the field.
That's it.
Just get healthy. I mean, I don't know if you got to go ahead and get the fountain of youth on your knee or whatever it is. We don't even know what once again, competent organizations don't reveal all the information. We don't even know what he's hurt about.
We don't.
Is it a hip? Is it an arm? Is it a knee? Is it a foot? What is wrong with him? So I mean, that's the question that we have, and I just want to make sure that, hey, look, you're going to be ready for week 1, right? Because Allegretti, serviceable backup.
He is.
I look at it. We brought you in here to play guard. So I need you to be healthy. So if not, then we got to find somebody else.
Yeah.
I'm at the point right now in my Commanders fandom, I ain't got time to go ahead and worry about if he ain't producing, you can find somebody else.
Yeah.
I root. My father said something as a kid when I was a kid, and I resonated that for the rest of my fandom. I root for the front of the jersey, not the back. And so because that's why I got with my jersey now, I'm buying personalized custom jerseys. Because I know that motherfucker ain't never gonna leave. Everybody else is due to change. Even Terry is due to change. Okay.
Yeah.
So, you hope that he stays here his whole career, but that's what I root for now. If you are not productive or you can't get on the field, deuces. Yeah. Chris Barron, that joint.
And all talk all the time has this to say. The coach has already said there's packages we specifically have in place for him, but he's never available. His speed is needed at a linebacker spot. And I totally agree with that. Like, Joey Jr. already came out and said we had packages for this guy last season. And coming into this season, you already know that they want to expound upon that, but they need to see. So if you injured again, Lord forbid, I know we speaking in, just hypotheticals right now. If he has a similar season as he had last season, do you think they come back in year 3 and give him the same opportunities? No. We just seen Dom Hampton, a 6th-round pick. He didn't even get to start the season.
Dom only played one game.
One game in the preseason.
No, he played one game last year against Dallas and got exposed. So, and we gave him another shot this year and got exposed by second and third depth players. So no, Adam Peters ain't got time for that. I'm sorry, it's not at all. This is big. I will be quoting Nino Brown from the rest of this show. This is business, never personal. It's like, dude, I need you to produce. If you ain't producing, chalk up the deuce and buy. Find somebody else. They just. Because the whole entire situation going on with the receiving situation, they've signed some dude named River Craycraft.
Who did he cook last season in the preseason?
Ben St. Juice.
I wouldn't be surprised if he had a really good game tomorrow. I wouldn't be surprised.
But at the same, but my thing is this: what's the QB situation looking like? Because JD only needs to play one, maybe 2 series and get off that field. Yep. I'm telling you, as soon as you finish that, go to the locker room, take your pads off, put your sideline gear on, and go about your business. Yep. I need you for the regular season. I just want you to get a little work in, and you good now.
Yep. Moving on though, I want to ask you this question because this has been pretty much outside of the Terry McLaurin situation. This has probably been like the second biggest talk around our team which is our quarterback. And will he have a sophomore slump? I want to ask you this question because this has been very controversial. I already know you don't think he's going to have a sophomore slump. Come on now. But why do you think he will not have a sophomore slump? Why do you think he will excel or even be better than his last season going into his sophomore season?
He cares too damn much. I know me.
Yep.
I'm trying to get myself into the gym, and I've lost 28 pounds so far. I'm not waking up at 4:30 and 3:30 in the morning to get my ass up to the gym to work out. I'm making sure I'm doing that during my break at work. Okay, that's when I go ahead and do my workout. This dude cares too much. I ain't never seen somebody who, and his thing, when Hard Knocks midseason comes through, we're gonna see how great of a person of preparation he is.
Right.
We're gonna see the whole entire VR mask thing. We're gonna see him waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning just to go ahead and make sure he's ready and everything. This dude literally said he was out there in the what's the name with Cliff on the field at 5 o'clock in the morning and it's dark outside. Just walking through. Nobody does that shit unless you care. He cares too damn much.
Right.
This is not me being a blind homer. We ain't never had somebody that cared that much at the QB position. Never. We've never had. I mean,
right.
No shot at Dosman. Dosman was too busy making commercials. What's his name? Doug Williams. He was just trying to get on the damn field. What's his name? What's the last? Mark Rippon. Mark Rippon was great because he had a damn offensive line that gave up 9 sacks in the whole season. So of course you can put my fat ass back there and actually be productive. So I mean, nobody that we've ever had as a quarterback has been this cared this much.
Yeah.
So I mean, if there's one thing that I could definitely say about with the situation with this, we have a quarterback who cares too much and doesn't accept failing. I mean, you seen that sideline look that he had against the what's the name, the Ravens. That dude looked like he was about to shoot a fade on somebody, and he's been having that same grin for 12 times throughout the whole entire year last year. And I mean, and so I want that feeling. I don't want no that feeling that he had against Baltimore, because even though when we looking at fans like, oh my God, this dude is he put on a hell of a game. Man, we could really compete. He's like, man, fuck all that. I should have won that game. And I want that guy. Jaden Daniels is in, because I'm a big wrestling fan. He is the cerebral assassin of the Commanders right now. I'd say the division, the NFC East right now, because nobody in that in that division is better at quarterback. Don't come for me. Come for your mother. That boy is the best quarterback in our division. Yeah. He is the best quarterback in this conference. He ain't better than the other 4 that's over on the AFC yet, but he is He's transcending to that one. This is not blind homer talk. He cares too much. He has a stand. We've never had a standard here. As Commanders football team or Redskins since Joe Gibbs. Okay, we haven't had a standard. We have a standard now, right. And that's why I believe you seen him kick. He kicked out one of the damn players, and this is his second season. He got that much cachet to where you can say, "No, get out, bye."
If you ain't meeting the standard, you gotta go.
You got to fucking go.
You got to go.
and that's the reason why I truly believe like this is gonna be. There's no way that. If the only way that he could fail is, God forbid, something happens to him on the way to the game. Somebody puts something in his food, and that's the reason why he can't play.
Yeah,
because even then, he came out and told them, and they're like, "Why did you say that, Jaden?" Crack ribs on that football.
He threw that thing 60 yards.
I'm like, dude. First things first, shut up. Like, don't get out loud. We don't want to get into.
He kind of said it under his breath too. You could tell he said it. He said it without thinking about it. It was like, yeah, I had a broken rib too.
Like, dude, draw snitching on yourself. Shut up. Like, but no, like, I mean, yeah, we was looking at it like, yeah, that was dope, but nigga, shut up. Like, and you threw a couple bombs in there to Terry as well. So I mean, yeah, but just getting back onto the situation as far as that's concerned, I mean, Jaden has shown Brady-esque talent, preparation, know-how. My father has been to many of football games. A friend of his, God rest his soul, isn't with us anymore. but he was a Steelers fan. He's seen Brady in action against like the Steelers and everything like that in person. And the way that he looks calm and just like he treats the fourth quarter like it's the first drive of the first quarter. And it's just like, the one thing that sold me on him, it wasn't the Hail Mary, it wasn't the runs, it was never on any of that. I think the selling point to me to say that this dude's official is the Falcons game. That dude went in there, and I just looked at the highlights of that last 2 minutes of that game, and he's sitting there while they're driving down the field. The Falcons were driving down the field, scoring that touchdown. He's literally looking like this. Okay.
Cool, calm, and collected.
They scored. Hold my beer. I'll be right back.
You wouldn't even know he a killer, though. You wouldn't even know he about to go out there and kill you.
Calm. I'm sitting here like, yo, what is going on? Oh my God. And he's like, I got this. Hold my beer. I'll be right back. and give him he's, if I'm not mistaken, and correct me on the stat if this is it. He is the only quarterback we're talking about in history that's not Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, Drew Brees, any one of your favorite quarterbacks that has scored a touchdown 5 times in one season with less than 10 seconds left or overtime. Nobody has ever done that in the same season. Now, mainly because, Brady was probably kicking people's teeth in midway through the third quarter, and he didn't have to worry about that. But nobody has done that 5 times, and it's a rookie. So you're able to do that as the rookie, and you're telling me that you was pissed off last year, and you're gonna go ahead and do better next year? Oh, and you got an offensive line. You actually gave Terry actual help. You got a running back who everybody thinks is going to be really good. Oh, do we?
And that's the thing. That's the thing for me. Like to just to piggyback off of what you said, it's he loves the game too much. It's the mental aspect of it. That's why he won't fall off. But also for me, it's from literally just from what I saw. It's the eye test. You don't watch people when you watch Kobe play. You see it. You see it in like the first 2 minutes of the game. You understand like he's a killer. He's not like this ain't no fluke shit. Like this not about to just be this is one game he started. No, this is one season. No, you watch the team. You watch the players that he has around him. You watch what he did in these games when his number was called over and over and over again. Jaden, please take us down the field when it's the game. Jaden, we're trying to go to the playoffs this season. Please get the ball to Zach Ertz in the end zone so we can go on. Jaden, do this. Jaden, do this. He came through every single time. And this is another stat. Like he's the only rookie to make it to the NFC Championship. There were three other rookies that made it to the NFC Championship, but they all had top 3 defenses in the league. And also, they weren't asked to do what Jaden was asked to do. Like Mark Sanchez was asked to hand the ball off most of the time.
LaDainian Thomas and what's his name? What's my man's name that played at Virginia? Thomas. You're not gonna Cam. And this is what I'm gonna say. Cam Newton, I love you, bro. It's okay to put out hot takes. Yeah. Your hot take was dumb. It was no. You looking at highlights. We're looking at the actual game.
Play by play. We looking at the shit. We know the players he throwing the ball to. We know who's blocking for him.
Because here's the thing. And I'll even go ahead and say this to Philly fans. Put what's the name Hurts on this team and see how far you getting. You'll be lucky to win 8 games. It's not a knock on him because he's probably he's gonna be the reason why you won those 8 games.
Yeah.
Jaden is better because he's the better quarterback. What's the name? Eagles has the better team. And it's not a problem. You won a Super Bowl. It's okay. But I mean, Jaden is that dude.
Everybody's knock on Jaden though is because he's a rookie. That's it. Like that's the only reason why you can. I agree. Like he only did it for 1 year, but if you really watch this dude like play his rookie season, you will understand why we say he's not going to have a sophomore slump. He's going to only get better. And to expand upon that, the pieces that we added around him is what is really what makes him have. It's not going to be like we added Laramie Tunsil, top 5 left tackle in the league. Like, and then you're going to expect him to have a sophomore. So you still expect him to have a sophomore slump with those type of pieces? Like, it just really doesn't make any sense.
Jaden didn't have a lot of time last year. You're going to give him an extra 2 seconds to go ahead and look at the field now. You gave him and I mean, I'm going to say this, but I would not be surprised by year 3, Connerly is a All-Pro. I wouldn't be surprised because that boy is making strides right now that I think that he's going to be good. But the one thing about everybody saying as far as like, oh, he's not doing really good in practice. Last time I checked, he's a gamer. Because if you looked at what he did in, I think it was the Senior Bowl or the East West Shrine game. I'm not sure which one. During practice, he was getting dog walks. Game time, you didn't hear nothing on his side because nobody was going through.
Yeah, you seen what he did against Abdul Carter last year when they played.
Yeah, ask Abdul Carter. As a matter of fact, shout out to Lake Lewis. Ask Lake Lewis what he did to Abdul Carter because he's a Penn State fan. I'm about to do this. Lake, if you're watching, go Terps. You already know how I feel about Penn State. So, but all jokes aside, no. This dude Connerly is official, and I mean, you give him, you let them give Jaden that much time to find Zach Ertz, to find Sinnott, to find Debo, to find Terry, to go ahead and do screen passes to Bill or Eckler or B-Rob. Dude, this team is going to be nice. And I mean, seriously, I'm feeling like a crackhead with this damn. This game got to stop, man. Come on, man. I'm feeling for these damn games, man. Come on. Like I've never been this amped up for a damn preseason game.
Same, bro. Like they Jaden Daniels is like, and you know we got a nice coach, Dan Quinn. We got a new owner, AP. But really, Jaden Daniels is the sole reason why this fan base is so revitalized right now. Why we're getting the stadium, all this stuff. Well, you could add in the other pieces too, but he's at the top of it though.
Jaden is definitely one, but I would say I have to give credit to the ownership.
Yeah,
I gotta give him 1B because we've had a dumpster fire. We are the beaten dogs as a fan base, and to have somebody like the Harris on the Hog ownership group, to have them come out here and actually put this thing together, get the right people in, so we can actually and have the right people here to go ahead and get a Jaden Daniels, because we wouldn't have been able to go ahead and get a Jaden Daniels if Snyder was here. And I'm just gonna say it. If Snyder was here, he would have came over there and said, "No, I don't want that guy. We're gonna trade up and get Caleb." Nothing against Caleb. In fact, I think Caleb will have a great career when it's all said and done. Shout out to him. I got family who's family with him, so I really hope that he's productive. He ain't Jaden.
No,
Jaden is something else.
So totally different.
Yeah.
I got one more question for you, and then we can get up out of here. But you know, we brought in quite a few players, notable players, this offseason. What is the one player that has impressed you the most? Free agent wise, not a rookie or anything, but free agent wise, what free agent has impressed you the most this offseason so far?
Kinlaw.
I was gonna say the same thing.
That motherfucker is huge. I seen a picture with him and Lewis. And Debo needs to go ahead and let him use his name. Cause
he
is Debo.
That's Debo.
Like tucking your chains when he's coming around.
That's Debo.
Hide your bikes. Hide everything. Okay. Kinlaw so far. We're talking about like free agency right this second. Debo has impressed me, but I know what Debo is capable of.
Right.
I didn't really know much about Kinlaw. All I know is that he was from Southeast, and that's it. He played. He had a pretty productive year last year in New York. I didn't really hear that much about him when he was in San Fran. So I mean, but Kinlaw is looking like a fucking. He looks like Thanos.
Yeah.
He literally is walking in there. He looks like a Southeast Thanos. And I mean, just to be walking in there that huge of him. He's the mountain. If you ever watched what's the name of that show on
Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones.
He the mountain.
He is the mountain, okay? He is going through just popping people's eyes out. That's him. That big black motherfucker that's him.
Yeah.
He is a mountain.
And to piggyback off what you're saying, like not even just the way he looks, but and I know we only in the training camp preseason, we haven't really actually got a chance to see him in game. But every time like Joey Jr. or Dan Quinn talks about him, they always have something good to say. It's no beating around the bush. They always say, you know, he's playing his ass off. He's always where he needs to be. He seems very motivated. Like it's seeming like they gave him this money for good reason. But that is my homework. Yeah, like they really did his homework. So that I would have to agree with you on that one. I definitely would have to agree with you on that one. One player though, I wouldn't say he's necessarily playing bad, but I haven't really heard much from him. I don't know if it's because he's playing safety or what. But Will Harris, I'm not concerned or anything like that, but I just haven't heard much about Will Harris. Like I haven't really, you know, he's supposed to be our starting safety. So it's like you would have think like him coming over as a free agent, he would have made a few plays. I haven't really heard him making any plays like that.
I'm gonna tell you this. Don't be surprised if Revo take his spot by midseason.
Oh, I'm not.
His thing. I am a firm believer in if you got homegrown talent, let them play. If they outplayed whoever you sign, then you look at it. The Seattle is the best analogy for that. Does anybody remember who was signed before Russell Wilson got there?
Matt Hasselbeck?
Exactly.
I don't remember.
Matt Flynn was the quarterback that was signed from Green Bay. He was supposed to be the airplane because he had that one great game on the very last the very last game of the year when they was trying to repeat as Super Bowl champions. He had like 400 yards against Detroit, and it was just like it was the greatest game that he's ever played in his career. The very next year, he got signed by Seattle. He did not play that whole entire season because Russell Wilson came in and balled out. If you have somebody on your team, and that's why I love Dan Quinn, as far as like, I'm not going to let somebody who just signed here go ahead and just start because politics. Right. I need somebody who can ball. So if you can ball, you're going to play. Right. You look at even the situation with Jacory Brooks. We don't have no receiver situation that's really good at this point. He's been producing though when he gets on that field, so he's gonna play. And I'm not saying that Harris ain't doing nothing or anything. I think he'll come around. Yeah. But the way Revo the way I feel about Revo, I feel about like that meme where the guy's sitting there looking at this, he's walking with his girl and he's looking over there at the other girl. That's how I feel about Revo right now. Revo is that other girl that I'm looking at like, hey, man, you balling out there, man. Maybe you need to start. I mean, that nigga is hitting. And I mean, he's going with reckless abuse. He's like, dude, look here, y'all ain't going to just be putting me on special teams no more. I mean, y'all got to use me.
He really embodies that the way we live is not for everybody. That's exactly. When I think of that, I've been thinking of Revo every single time. Like, that's how he been playing, bro.
You better keep your head on the swivel.
Yes, sir.
Sir, I was unaware of your game. I know what you do on special teams. I ain't never doubt that. But the way he was hitting, the way he looked this season, so far, or we just going through preseason, I'm not going to get my hopes too high. But
And if he's playing better than Will Harris, they're gonna play him because they preach competition every day at practice. They're not about to sit somebody and play them off like you said.
They cut the last 4 first-round draft picks. You really think that they give a damn about where you place it? Look, if you're producing, then you're gonna play.
Mm-hmm.
Competent organizations. They know what they're doing. I'm preaching that as long as I live, and thank God for Adam Peters.
Thank God for AP. Thank God for JD. Thank God for the Harris group. Thank God for Dan Quinn. Thank God for all of the change, everything.
Because the Commanders are the reason why I'm bald. Okay, because I stressed out for years and years and years, and
Man.
I've seen a laundry list of quarterbacks come through this damn team.
Yep.
And his thing, and just getting back on to what we said earlier with Jaden. Jaden is light years ahead because we sat there and looked at RG3, was like, oh man, he was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Not realizing that the Shanahan's really made him look really good by masking a lot of his inefficiency. We don't need that with him. He's that good. So I mean, and this is coming back. Competent organizations know what they're supposed to be doing. So I mean, and my thing is this. I love the direction of where we're in. To get back on as far as the Revo situation, as far as the Harrison and Revo situation, they breed competition, and as long as you breed competition, this is gonna be you don't think that none of them are still pissed off about 55 to 20, whatever it is? They're pissed off. They are pissed
for sure.
And and the worst thing the NFL could possibly have done, and I know I'm just talking shit as a fan, the worst thing that they could have done is put the Eagles at the third to last game of the year.
That's gonna be for the division too.
Oh, and those two games, I'm for it. Because if it turns out the way I think it is, there's gonna be a heavyweight bout in that last 3 weeks of the year, and I'm for it. And here's the thing. Hard Knocks down that line.
Ooh.
I can't wait.
I'm
sitting there like Birdman at the window.
Get your popcorn ready, man. We're gonna be tuned in for sure.
I ain't even gonna hold you. Because I know that they're gonna, and I'm probably not gonna, because I work night shift. If there's a way to go ahead and pull this thing off, I'm gonna live stream that goddamn episode. It ain't gonna be on the screen. I'll be looking at this. I'll be like, "Hey, yo, this is crazy." No, but it's definitely. I'm definitely looking forward to this year because I mean, and I've seen what you've done as far as asking people, what's their, how did they become the fans and everything.
Yeah, I had to get on to that because I wanted to hit you. I was ready to go into the Terry news so quick. I want to get you.
Don't bury the lead. Don't bury the lead. You gotta go ahead and get that lead out. So yeah, I get it.
But yeah, though, man, let's go right into it, man. So give me. I'm trying to change up my memory, but I want to hear yours first. Give me one good memory that you, and I tell people to leave out last season because it was such a memorable year. So many things. But what memorable, moment from your fandom experience that you can name off right now?
Okay. It was 1997 or 8. I think I want to say it was 7. It was the year we went 8-7-1. I went to my very first football game, NFL game, and that's when I got the bug. We played the Detroit Lions. Barry Sanders, this is his 2,000-yard season, and we beat the dog shit out of them 30-7. And since then, I've been a fan. I still have the ticket to this day. This was Jack Kent Cooke Stadium when it first opened, and we were sitting so high I could see God's toenail, and I was like, yeah, this is. I think I'm addicted. I'm addicted. This is gonna be my way of life for the next 30-something odd years, and I've gotten to a point to where it's like my son I'm trying to get him because my son follows me watching the game sometimes, but he's not as invested as I am.
Mm-hmm.
But my thing has always been, as far as that is concerned, I want to make sure that he gets it organically the way I did. Because God bless my dad's friend at the time. My dad's friend, Ollie Bridges, gave him tickets to that game because that's when I became a fan. That is the day I seen that ass whooping in person. Yeah, I memorized the theme song, the fight song that day. I started looking at Terry Allen was one of my favorite players of all time, and I know he had like the career like the rest of the guys did, but no, Terry Allen was my guy. Albert Kahn, Michael Westbrook, Henry Ellert, Darryl Green, what's his name? Chris Dishman, just to name a few. Those are the guys who got me. Mark Boutte. That's a deep cut for your ass. That's how much I am a fan of this team. I remember those guys. And we went 8-7-1. The following year we went 0-7, starting off winning and then going down the stretch to end the season 6-10.
But you were still
was there and I'm still here. So when you go ahead and say like take away that last season, I can't.
Yeah.
I cried like a big ass baby when we beat Detroit in the playoffs. I literally looked at my family. I was like, is this really happening? Like, I can't believe like we're really going to the NFC Championship. Like somebody, this is not real. Like, no, that's yeah. And I think about that what's his name? That kid that went to that game and fell in love with the team. So yeah, that is definitely. I will never forget that game as long as I live. We were sitting so high I could see the fucking monument. That's how bad it is. Jesus, and we're in PG County and we could see the monument from where we were standing.
Man, so like I always like asking these questions because us as a fan base, and there's other fan bases out there like that went through a lot, but we've been through so much, especially in my lifetime, because I just turned 30 yesterday. All I really seen, thank you. All I really seen was ass for most of my career. Most of my fandom.
And it wasn't.
And it wasn't the good ass. It was the bad ass. So last year, man, was so memorable. But excluding last year, there's a few moments. One of them that stand out right now was that Santana Moss game when we were down. We didn't score the whole 2005. Mark Brunell.
My dad was at that game.
Me and my cousin was watching the game. We was just down. We was just watching. We was like, bro, we about to lose this joint. That Santana Moss, he turned them things on down the field. Mark Brunell hit him, touchdown. I think the next drive they go like 3 and out or something like that.
Yep, they went 3 and out. The
and
very
then we
next
get the ball.
End,
yep,
and we get the ball. It's 1st and 10 on the 40-yard line on the other side on our side.
Yeah, on our side.
That motherfucker threw the deepest pass I've ever seen him throw, and just took that shit out. And my dad, I'll never forget. My dad told me that he went to that game for the first 55 minutes of that game. It was nothing but Cowboys just talking shit and just loud. Because they end up, for people who don't realize with that game, I actually bumped into Santana Moss about this game a couple during the season. He said, what's his name? That whole entire game, they inducted the triplets, Irvin, Smith, and what's the name? Aikman during halftime. So they treated this like a actual homecoming game. And for them to go ahead and be up 13-0 midway through the fourth, and then they put up the stat that Tuna went 77-0 when he's leading by like 10 points in the fourth quarter. Yeah, okay. 77-1.
That's cool. Watch this.
Santana would hold my beer. And the one coolest story that I've ever heard about that, Santana came over there and said that, because I asked him, like, yo, what's the wildest story you ever heard about since that game? He said that somebody actually went ahead and this lady came up to me and said, I was in labor when you caught that first touchdown. When you caught that second touchdown, I gave birth. My daughter's middle name is Santana because of you. And I was like, wow, that's crazy.
That's crazy. That's crazy, man. But like people like Santana, bro, like he made it worthwhile being a fan, man. Santana, Glenn Portis, London Fletcher, like Ryan Kerrigan, for me at least, those Chris Cooley, those people carried my fandom as a child because it kind of, my fandom started from just watching football and being a fan, but only being able to really watch the Redskins on TV for real. And being around the area and being from DC, it felt like this is who I was supposed to root for, and I was ushered into it, and I became a diehard fan. So like those people, those players, they really carried my fandom because we went through some dark days, and but we always had, it seemed like once a year, we always won a game that we wasn't supposed to win.
Oh yeah,
and
that
made it all worthwhile.
That's part of being a fan of this team, and I mean, I live by the same thing. My dad put this on to me, and I put this on to my son. You like when when my son was during the baby shower, my son when my wife was carrying my son. The saying was, as far as like, Mom should have a choice to who teams he has, who wants to root for. I said, oh, he does have a choice. He has choices. Commanders, the Nationals, and the Wizards.
That's
you
it.
Don't choose those four. You don't have those are your only choices. Or if you want to be a Hoya fan or a Turk fan, or I mean, and because he's born in VA, I don't really rock with University of Virginia. But hey, if you were born in VA, if that's who you want to root for, go ahead and root for him. But no, you have those four teams you choose from professionally. My mother's from New York. She's been trying to get him to be a Giants fan for the longest. Ain't happening.
Yeah.
My neighbor down the street, a Giants fan, trying to get him to be, ain't happening.
Nope.
No.
Same thing, man. Like my wife, she was a Falcons fan before we met. Being around me for 5-6 years now, she's a full-fledged damn near Commanders fan. She want to know when we playing. She didn't even, but she don't really watch football like that. So I think she kind of.
No, take your wins. Take your wins.
So you already know, like being around me, like you know how hard I rep my team. She want to know when we playing. She want to go to the games, but I go to the games now. So it's expected, you know. But my child, when I have my first child, there ain't gonna be no choice for real. They gonna know what it is. They gonna have the Commanders, the Tyrants.
You have a choice. The Commanders, the Wizards, the Nationals, and the Capitals.
Well, that's
you
it.
have choices.
Those the only ones, man. Man, it was good having you on the show, Big Herb, man. Please, if anybody made it through this far through the video, please like, comment, subscribe to both of our channels, mine and Big Herb's, and turn that notification bar on. We already got your name up here. Tell everybody where they could find you on YouTube, Instagram, any other social media platforms.
So I'm rarely on. I refuse to call it X. I'm not calling it X. It's Twitter. I'm on Off the Bench _HTTC on Instagram and Twitter on here on YouTube. I'm on Off the Bench. If you're watching this show, I also am doing it on recording this show on my simultaneously on mine. So I mean, yeah, please go ahead and go on Zell's channel, RaiseHail Zell. Get him to 200. Let's get him to 500 subs. Because currently, if I'm not mistaken, you're at 129. Let's get him at 500 so we can go. One thing I will say is that with this whole entire Commanders content creating zone, it's some of the best people. And I mean, usually with the DMV area, it's crabs in a barrel. Not like with this one. Every single person I've collaborated with, they have also all been like great people, bigging up other people, coming on to other people's shows to go ahead and there's enough money for everybody here.
Right.
So be sure to go ahead Go on to Zelle, smash that like, smash that share, smash that subscribe. Like we all we a big ass family over here. So, but like I said, off the bench, not the bench, because if you go on YouTube and look up the bench or the bench, you'll see these two guys that look like they smoking and shit. No, this logo on here, that you see underneath where it says podcast right here. Yeah, look for that one. So that's me. But appreciate it, Zell, dude. I appreciate coming over here, man. I love sitting there talking about the Commanders. I can sit there and talk about this all day.
Yes, sir, man. All right, that's it, man. I'm gonna let you go. Thank you again. Thank you everybody who tuned in for the show, man. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day, man. Peace out.
Peace.